Hello, insurance broker. It is so good to have you back here. Welcome to another episode of the Policy Everyday Show. This is where I'm going to discuss with you strategies that are going to help you attract more clients, more customers, and sell more. My objective is for you to sell at least 30 policies every 30 days with leads that you attracted using digital marketing strategies. My name is Ed Cortez, and I've been doing this for insurance brokers for several years. My objective is to have 1,000 insurance brokers that I helped to write 365 policies every 365 days. In today's show, I'm going to talk about something that is very common. It's a common objection, a common request that I get from insurance brokers, which is, hey Ed, I've been doing posts. I do posts on my Instagram and on my Facebook profiles every day, and I don't have any engagement. People don't contact me. I don't have leads coming from my social media. What is going on? So this is something that is very frustrating, and I feel you. I feel you because it is not easy, right? You have to think about content, you have to write the post, you have to create the artwork, you have to be creative. It takes a long time to do that, and then you have to schedule, you have to post, and then if you have multiple social media accounts, you have to do the posts in all of them. So it's just crazy. And then once you do all that, and then you publish and everything, and you wait and you wait and you don't have comments, you don't have likes, you're probably getting likes from your husband, your wife, your kids, if they are doing it. Sometimes they're not even doing it, right? So it is frustrating. It is frustrating, and this has to stop. This has to stop now, and I'm here to help you. Okay, so I'm going to explain why this happens. I know that this happens. It's probably happening to you, and there are two reasons for that to happen. The first one is called distribution. Now, you might think that once you publish a post, you might think that this post is going to magically appear in your followers' news feed, in the feed, right? Insurance brokers, they seem to think that there's a direct connection between posting something and then your followers seeing it. Well, that's not like that. There is something in between, which is a break. It is a break. It's going to break. It's going to stop your post from reaching your followers. Yes, I know it's crazy, but that's how it happens. Now, this is called organic distribution. This break is called organic distribution. So let's say you have 1,000 followers. Only 2% of them, only 2%, only 20 people is going to get your post in their feed. Yes, and that's because you're using a platform from Google, from Facebook, whatever social media network you're in, and they're in the business of making money. They're capitalists. They want your post to generate revenue for them. And the way that they do that is by implementing that break. So unless you promote, unless you have a campaign that unlocks your audience, it is not going to reach anyone. So that's the first reason why you're not getting any likes or comments. You're not actually reaching them. Now, the second reason why you're not getting likes or comments or engagement is because your content might not be interesting to your audience. Yes, that's right. And it is extremely common for insurance brokers to post content about what? About insurance. And I'll tell you a little thing. Do you know who likes to read news about insurance? Insurance brokers. The regular audience, doctors, lawyers, engineers, architects, the regular audience, they don't care about what's going on in the insurance world. I am sorry to bring that up to you, but that is They simply don't care. And even more, they don't care about that in their social media feed. That's where they are going to watch things that they find funny, that they find interesting, not about insurance. So if you look at your content, what you're posting about, and it's talking about insurance, that is a sure way to make your audience less interested about what you have to say and attract more insurance brokers to your profile. Now, this brings up another topic that I want to talk about, which is aligning your content with what you're hoping to get. So when you do a post, when you write a post and you go and you write, you have to think about what do you want with that post. And I'm going to make it easy for you. It could be one of those objectives. You could have a post that is going to generate comments. If that's what you want, you're going to create a post that asks for comments. And I'm going to do one right here. Okay, so if you like this video, just just go to the comment box below and give a comment. Let me know what did you think about what I just said. So you see, this is a content. The video I'm recording is a content. It's not a post because it's a long form video, but it's a content. Now you see that if my intention was to generate comments, I just asked for that. So this is what you have to do. You have to ask for what you want. Now the second thing that you might want is your content to be shared, and that's a good way because then you grow your audience with your content, and that's another way of doing it. But your content needs to be shareable. It needs to entice people to share. If it's something that is boring, chances are that nobody's going to share. Now the third one is very important, which is the type of content that creates authority for you. And authority is important in the insurance market because it's going to differentiate you from other brokers. Have you ever been in a situation where you got a lead from social media, could be, and then you're negotiating and you're showing how it works and you presented quotes, and then at the last minute when it was time to write that policy, that lead comes back to you and says, hey, you know what, thanks, but I'm going to I'm going to move forward with the insurance broker that has been serving my family, and it's just their insurance broker. So that's frustrating. And you know what you can do to fight that is create your authority and you do that with posts, right? So the other one you can do is generate social proof. So you can have quotes from clients. You can have videos from clients talking about you, and that is going to hit a mental trigger that is social proof. Have you ever been in a shopping mall and you see a store that is full, another store that is empty? You're probably going to go to the one that is full because of social proof. Now, the other type of content that you can create is the type that entertains. And that's what people are in social media for. They want to be entertained. They want funny jokes. They want inspirational quotes. So you can have posts in this category as well. Now, so one way for you to organize all that is with a calendar. So if you're going to play the game of generating leads with social media, you need to have a calendar, and in each day of the calendar, you need to have a post within one of those categories that I have just mentioned. So basically, you want 80% of your calendar to have posts about content with content, and only 20% trying to sell something. Only 20% that are going to have a type of action to request a quote. Now, I'm not sure if you know that, if you've seen other videos, but I have two kids, right? And one is almost 6 years old, and he likes to play games naturally. So I take him to the mall, and he goes to the game center there, and he likes to. There's this video game there that has a hammer. That's a big hammer like that he gets, and he's only 6 years old, so he gets this big hammer. It's heavy, and he has to hit. There's those few animals that comes out from holes in this board, so he has to hit as soon as they come out, and I go there, and he's having a blast, and he's hitting, but the animals are not coming out of the hole. And he looks at me and says, "Hey, Daddy, can you put a coin here? Can you make this work?" Right? So I'm telling you this because insurance brokers, they're like my 6 year old. They go to social media and they start to do posts, and they don't put the coin in. And if they don't put the coin in, the animal is not going to come out. And what that means is your post is not going to reach anyone. It's going to reach 2% of your audience. So you have to have a distribution strategy. You have to have a campaign that is going to unlock that block, that organic block, right? So make sure you remember that story there. Now, normally people will say, "Hey, but Ed, this is crazy. This is crazy difficult. This whole social media game is crazy to play. It's going to take a lot of work." And I'll agree. Yes, it does take a lot of work. But I have to be real with you. If you're doing posts and you're not doing what I'm saying, then why you're doing it? Up until when are you going to waste your time doing posts and not getting any result? And the reason why you're not getting results is because of what I just said. So there are many routes that are going to take you to my objective of writing 30 policies every 30 days. There are many routes. Social media is definitely one of those routes. And don't get me wrong, I'm not disencouraging you from doing social media. I'm just telling you to do the way that needs to be done. Now, the other objection that I normally get is, all right, so I get it, I'm going to do it, I'm committed, but I don't know what to write about. Then the general rule is to write content that your audience is going to want to read. So you have to know your audience. You have to know who you're going to attract, and then find content that is going to relate to them, right? So I want to give you a magic bullet, write about this, and you're going to do well. But the fact is, it's going to vary a lot. If you want to sell insurance to boats, it's going to be one type of content. Insurance about life insurance is going to be another one. Car insurance is going to be another one. So you have to pick one type of client, one type of product, and start there. Okay, so and then grow from there. Don't try to do all at the same time. Now, the other thing that I get a lot is insurance brokers saying, wait, you're saying that I have to invest I have to do campaigns on social media, otherwise I can't generate leads on social media. The reason why I started to do social media is because it's free. Well, sorry, man, you got fooled. That is the biggest lie that there is. You cannot play this. It's just going to be just like my kid. You're going to be playing, but the game is not playing with you, right? If you don't invest, it's not going to come back. So yeah, you have to invest. And is it going to be more or less than what you would invest on Google ads, on direct ads, on YouTube ads? Well, there's no way of knowing. That is going to vary a lot. Like I said, if you want to write 30 policies every day, there are many routes that will take you there. Social media is one, but you have to do it right. Otherwise, you're not going to reach there. Now, if you do want to go this route, there are a few things that you need to do. First, You need to have a profile that has been optimized. And did you see that I said a profile? It means that this is a complex game to play, and you have to pick one engagement zone. Don't try to do multiple social media networks at the same time. If you want to be if you want to grow your LinkedIn profile, you do LinkedIn. If you want to grow your Instagram profile, do Instagram. If you want to do YouTube, do YouTube. It is complex for you to write content. It's going to take time, and you're going to get better the more you do. So pick one and grow that. Once you saturate that audience, and I doubt that this is going to happen in years, then you move to another engagement zone, another social media network, right? And then after you pick your profile, optimize it, then you're going to define your calendar. You're going to start creating content, and then you're going to invest to grow your audience, and then you're going to keep your audience engaged, and then once a month, a week a month, you're going to try to sell to your audience. That is the secret to selling on social media. I hope that this made sense to you. I hope that you now understand how to make the social media game work for you and how you can attract enough leads on your own to write 30 policies every 30 days. It's been a pleasure to share this with you. If you enjoyed, if I said anything that made you think, that made you like, why don't you share that with me? Just leave a comment below. And I do content like this every Wednesday and Friday. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button, because that way you're going to be notified as soon as a new content is available. And then the last thing that I'm going to ask you is, why don't you go to the description in this video and then follow me on Instagram? There's a link over there. Follow me on Instagram, because that's where we're going to be closer. That's where we can engage and interact with each other. I'll see you next time. All the best. Bye-bye.